This video is brought to you by Draeger's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. Hi, I'm Jerry Draeger, Draeger's International Classic Sales in Seattle, Washington. We're here at Draeger's Clubhouse, where I want to show you this beautiful 1957 Chevy Bel Air convertible. Now, I used to get more of these, and it's been a little while since I've had one. And this one came up. It's a local car. It's been in the Seattle area since 1984 and maybe even further back than that. Anyway, this was sold at the McLeod Auction Group in 1984 to a gentleman in eastern Washington. And he owned it, and he died. His son had it, and he died, and the wife had it, and I bought it from the wife. And it's a beautiful car. I mean, it's been restored, it's been stripped down and repainted. It's got a 283 in it, and with a 4-speed transmission you don't see too often, and it really runs and drives nice. I really like how well a 4-speed works in this car. You got the wide whites and the spinner caps and everything. It's just a beautiful car. I like the color on it. I like the way it runs and drives. You'll be real happy with this car. You know, I've looked this car over, and I don't even know if I remember these 3 chips right in here. Anyway, Andrew can try to brush touch those up, and there's a spot right here in this chrome. I known that was there, but I mean the chrome on here, everything, the body, this panels, everything else is really good. We messed with this top. It needs to get out in the hot sun to keep these. It doesn't want to stay stamped on those, but the rest of them work okay. But I mean, all this is good. You see, we got the wide whites with the spinner hubcaps and everything. Everything beautiful along here. This all looks good. This door, you know, it opens and closes great. Everything is really good on this car. It's a very nice car. I think you'd be real happy with it. The paint looks real good, except for those 3 chips back there. There isn't much else in this whole paint job anywhere. You can see it's got the 3-piece bumper in here. The light bar and the chrome is all, I mean, the chrome is really nice. This is all nice in here. The hood paint is all good. The emblems are good. This whole thing is nice. License plate bracket, but no bracket. I mean, everything looks really good and really nice on this. This is, again, a really nice car. Now, everything, again, this side is just like the rest of the car. It's all beautiful. Chrome's all nice. This trim is nice. We got a little bit of chipping right here at this base of this antenna. Other than that, everything looks good. This is old rubber in here. It's a little bit hard, but who's going to take it out in the rain? But all this header up here looks good. The windows, the wind wings, they all look good. This door, chrome along here looks good. This thing is the same way again. Closes nice. I mean, this is a nice car. This is the kind of car you always want to try and find and buy. This spear is all good. This all looks real good across here. Everything is nice. Again, just like all the rest of this car, it's beautiful. These are all beautiful on here. This is all really nice. The chrome. We got this additional piece of chrome you see every now and then on 57s. Not often, but it's on there. The paint all looks great. And again, this is, you know, if you're going to get gas, this is where your gas cap's at, if you didn't know that already. Let's check out the lights. There's the headlights, high beam, low beam. Turn those back off. Left turn signal, right turn signal. And we also have the wipers work just fine, and they're electric also. Notice this, I'll shut it off and they stop, but I turn the key back on and they're working. The window cranks up and down just fine. Now look at this beautiful interior in here. It's all matched with the car and stuff. The back end to back here is all real good. The seats, everything. I don't know if there's seat belts underneath there, but we have seat belts here in the front, as you can see. And of course, you've got a 4-speed transmission. Steering wheel is nice. It does have a little bit of cracking on the corners right there. This dash across here is beautiful. along with all the chrome across the front here is good, nice. We've got an aftermarket radio in here. This header bar up here is all clean and nice. I mean, these door panels are beautiful. You got to look at that door panel in there and the door jamb in there. Just take a look at how clean and nice that is. And you can see that the door panel is very good on that side. It's just like on this side. This is a nice car. You'll be real happy with it. It looks great. Now the heater controls right here. They all work nice and smooth. Heater works good, I know. And of course the radio works.
I-1240 supporter Shannon.
I don't know about this, whether that works or not. Hey, there we go. Rock and roll. Got the dice to go with it. Now I want to show you something that I really like on this car. I really like how smooth the transmission is. I mean, you can watch my foot come off, and I mean, it just works so smooth and nice. And it just, the first time I drove this car, I really liked the way the clutch and everything worked. You can just see it's working great. Let's show you the top now. Get the boot off here. Get it out of the way. Top on this car is very good. Andrew, come over here with the camera. You can see, I mean, this thing's clean. There's even numbers written down in here. You can see that this canvas looks good here. Now I'll go put it up. Not the fastest one, but it's working just fine. Should put these visors down. You can see how clean those frames are and everything. It's the way I like to buy a car. Clean and nice. Now, I haven't had this top up for a little while, so I'm not sure how well it's going to fasten down. It's got to go a little more. There we go. And that's all there is to latching it on both sides. And that's how easy is it to put the top up and down. Now, something I do right here always is I always get out and I try to take the wrinkles out of the back window. I don't want any humps in it. Stuff. I like to try to keep these windows pretty smooth. It's not that warm out here in November, Seattle, but you can still see. And I mean, you look at this framework and stuff. Again, it's nice and clean and everything. One of the things I forgot to show you, I put the top down before, so I'm redoing this a little bit. You want to pull these pads and the top out, because this makes the top go down a lot better. Getting those out of the way, just pull those things back and get them out of there. We got it all out of there? Yep, we do. Just want to make sure we get all this material out of here, out on the back. Then you can just fold this over. I usually fold it like that. Roll it down in there. And you're ready to go. Let's take a look inside the trunk here. See how it looks in here. I always like to check things out. One of the first places I like to go on a 57 Chevy is right here in the shock towers on these things down in here, and they're very good. A lot of times these get beat out and they're not in there good. It looks like the pump is clean and nice. It looks like that's been recently worked on. And of course, this pan all looks good, solid. I don't see any signs in there. This has got a kind of a texture finish on it, which is not normal. Normal will be smooth like this. I don't know who did that or when, but it's there. It's clean. Spare tire, it's brand new. And it's a wide wipe. It's a bias ply, but it's there. One of the places I look on a 57 Chevy is down in here. And so I got the flashlight here so I can get as much light in there for you as possible. Everything looks great in here. I don't see any signs of rust. Usually dirt gets down in there and that'll rust out in that area. Well, you got a chance to see what this trunk looks like and how nice it is in underneath there. And you can see this trunk lid closes good. Open up the hood, you just reach down underneath here, lift up on that lever right there, and your hood is open. As you can see, the engine compartment is clean. It's got a clean 283 Chevy engine. It runs great. Stock generator. This is the power steering pump for the rack and pinion steering. And of course, it's hydraulic brakes, but only a single master cylinder. It's got a electric wiper on it. We have a oil bath air cleaner on here. With a stock carburetor underneath. You can see it's just a regular 4-barrel, original type. Sometimes you gotta find the stud. You can see the stamping on the block is all correct. As you can see underneath here, this is all nice and clean. It's painted black. I can hear a fan belt in there a little bit. The engine sounds great. Great sound. Now you can see we have a brand new gas tank underneath here. Everything looks good and solid around. I did find a couple of small spots of rust up forward, and we'll show you those. Now you can see we have a sway bar on the back here, and which has been added. You don't see that too often. We got air shocks on here. And again, everything looks solid, but you can see this is undercoating, and you can see it just chips off. That's just undercoating, not rust. Everything looks good. The frame is good and solid. I don't see any rust in the frame. But right out here on this outward support here, this has been rusted. And it's got a little bit on that side there, but not very much. But you can see it's just heavy undercoating. And that's all it is undercoating here. It'll chip off in places. I wanted to point out the rockers on here. Both sides are the same way. The drain vents are in here just like they're supposed to be. It's not all rusted out. because we do have some patch in here. This panel here has been put in. Electric fuel pump right here, the fuel filter. The exhaust system is good and solid. Again, the floor pans are all good and solid in here. There's actual floor pan without undercoating on it. Again, the same on this side here. The rockers are real good. The drain vents are in here just like they're supposed to be. This ridge right here is very good. It looks like this has got a little bit of a rust right there. But again, we just got heavy undercoating everywhere. But the frame is good and solid. There's no rust in the frame or anything. This 4-speed transmission here looks good, clean. It looks like it's been out of here at some point in time because there's no buildup of dirt on it anywhere. And it works great. The clutch on this thing is smooth and nice. I was real impressed at how smooth it was. This is interesting. I've never seen this before, but they've put this in here. It's bolted in, so it could be unbolted, taken out real easy if you wanted to, but it's bolted in so you could bolt the rack and pinion steering on there. And the steering works great on this thing. I was noticing the bottom of this pan, the way it's dinged. I'll bet it threw a rod at one time or another. I don't know if they were going to show the car, they would have put a new pan on it, but I don't imagine they were looking to show it. Anyway, everything looks good underneath here, and this car just drives really nice. As you can see, it's good and solid here. There's no rust up here anywhere, and it's got a sway bar on here. As you can tell from the video, it's not a show car on the underside like some cars are where they've been stripped down to bare metal and put back together. This car has probably never much been done with the underside. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you selling it or is it yours?
No, it's mine, but I'm selling it.
Okay.
I'm going to buy it. Yep.
I love this is not my type of color, but on this little car, it is nice.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's very pretty. I was laughing. You drove around here yesterday, right? The day before. One day you drove out,
Yep.
and about a half an hour later you came back, and I said, wow, that was a quick paint job. You left in one...
Nope. Nope.
Very nice.
Thank you. Well, I hope you're enjoying this view of this beautiful car. It's sure nice to drive it. It's nice to get a day like this in Seattle. Now we're heading north on I-5, going up onto the freeway. You can see this beautiful car going down the road, and it runs quite well. I really like driving it. You know, nothing better than a 57 Chevy with the top down. It works great. This car is smooth and nice. It shifts good. I really like driving it. I'll step it on it here to show you how it goes. Now we'll show you the other side of this car so you can see both sides. I hope you enjoyed this drive. on the freeway, so you got a good chance to see it. The rack and pinion steering really works nice and smooth. You really notice it on these kind of corners like this. It just effortless to drive. I wanted to note this temperature gauge here. When I bought it, it wouldn't go up. It just sat over there. Joe worked on it at an old school garage, and he changed the sending unit and stuff, but he says it's hard to get them matched up nowadays, and he thinks he needs to put a resistor in the line, and he plans on doing that. It does not run hot. Now we're coming back to Draeger's Clubhouse now, so I hope you enjoyed this drive that we had, and got a good opportunity to study this car and see if you like it really well, and if you do, make sure you call us at 206-533-9600. We'd be more than happy to show you this car and all our other cars we have. Well, it's back at home inside at Draeger's Clubhouse for the night. You can see some of our things out here, the 37 Ford Street Rod Coupe, 33 Ford Street Rod Coupe, my 47 Chevy Woody wagon. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. And there's 3 Mustangs. This closest one to you is just an awesome GT. There's a fastback GT back there and a standard Mustang. And of course I got a lot of other things in here. There's just lots to see at Draeger's Clubhouse.
On behalf of my father Jerry and myself, I hope you enjoyed our video and got a better feel for what this vehicle is all about in its overall condition.
Thanks, Andrew and Woody. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our video, and you ever come to Seattle, we'd really like to have you come in and see Draeger's Clubhouse. You can see some of the things we have here. We do motorcycles and all sorts of stuff, and we have a great time here. And Draeger's Clubhouse is just one of those fun places. Everybody'd like to have one like this. Draeger's, 206-533-9600.